Hi, my name is Mark. I'm an Adobe Certified Instructor, an Adobe Community Professional, and an Adobe Campus Leader. And this is 10 Hacks with Captivate and the Creative Cloud. In this episode of Captivate and the Creative Cloud, I'm going to show you how you can spice up your text using Adobe Illustrator. So come take a look. So as you remember last time, we spoke about Captivate and Adobe Typekit and how we could use these Typekit fonts with any of our projects. So here I'm using Handel Gothic. It's from Typekit, as you can see from up here, this Typekit font. And I'm going to take this text and copy it and then open up Adobe Illustrator. So here I am in Adobe Illustrator, and I can use the text tool to type in my text or paste it. Captivate and Adobe Illustrator, there we go. I can select it and make sure that it's using the same font. There's my Handel Gothic. You see the TK here shows me all the TK or Typekit fonts. It's a filter, so now I can easily choose the ones that I've downloaded. If you missed that video, you can see my prior video. I'm gonna press Command 0 to fit this in Window. Then I'm gonna go to Window, and I'll scroll down to my graphic style libraries, and I'll choose type effects for right now. And this little panel opens, and you'll see now I have my type effects is viewing these different styles and type effects. And I can click on any of them, and you'll see that it quickly stylizes my text. It's kind of like having a graphic designer in a box. And no matter which space I choose, you'll see that the other options are still here. So I chose type effects, but I can still go to neon effects and try that, see how that looks. Different little styles, spicing up my text. I can click on here and drop down and choose scribble effects and try out some of these. So I have a bunch of different creative styles that I can use for my Captivate projects just with one click. Pretty neat. I could also go under Window and under Appearance, I can open up this panel if I wanted to change the colors or perhaps remove one of the things that are involved in this effect. So I can get rid of the pink if I don't want it, or I could add it back, or I can click on it and change the color. So very simply, I can brand this to have it match my color choices or my brand or my project. Okay, so I'm gonna press Command Z, or maybe I'll even try a different style here. Not bad, we'll save that. So let's go to File, Save As. And then over here, instead of saving it as an Adobe Illustrator file in AI, we're going to save it as an SVG. That's a scalable vector graphic. And I'm just going to call this Illustrator Header, and we'll save it to my folder here. I'll just use the default settings and press OK. And then I'm going to Command Tab over to Captivate. And I can delete this text now because we're going to make a little fancier text now, right? I'm going to click over here to select and press Delete. And then I'm going to go to Media, and I'm going to insert an SVG. I'll select my Illustrator header, the SVG file, as you see right there. I'll press Open. I'll position it above, and there it is. I could do a quick preview, so it looks a little bit better perhaps. And there you have it, my stylized header. Nice. So I don't really love it, but I just gave you, the idea of how to create one. So I'm going to go back now to Illustrator. Maybe we tried something different. We went back to type effects, and go over here and change the stroke color and make it black. There we go, it's a little better. And why don't we just save this file out? So I'll go to File, Save As. From the drop down, we will choose Illustrator Header.svg, Scalable Vector Graphic. Go over to Captivate, and we'll go to Media, SVG, to insert a scalable vector graphic. All right, I'll open up the Illustrator header. It loads in, drag it to the top. All right, so there you go. Let me extend the timeline here. Make it last a little bit longer so we have some time to check it out, and we will preview the project. All right, and there you have it. So it's not necessarily my first choice, but just a way to spice it up a little bit. It is better than the plain text. All right, so what if we wanted to change it? I can go back to Illustrator, or I can right-click this file and find in Library. And once it's in the library, I can right-click the one in the library and say Edit with Adobe Illustrator. And it'll open the file back up, linked to my .ai, my Adobe Illustrator file. And why don't we just go back to our type effects, click on the text, and we'll select a different style. All right, why don't we go with this? And again, if I wanted to, in the appearance window, I could change that yellow right there to, let's just say white. And there we go. And I'll press Command S to save. And I'll go back into Captivate, and there you have it. Boom, it updates right away. And again, I'll preview this because it looks horrible right there in the authoring mode. And there it is, my new header spiced up in Adobe Illustrator. Hope this helped. I'll see you next time.